Yes,
Okay.
sir. I'm fine.
So in today's class, we are going to study the last mode of heat transfer. What it is? Last mode of heat transfer. What is
Radiation.
radiation?
Radiation.
Let us come to here, as we know that conduction will take place only in solids. Convection will take place in liquids and as well as gases. So that we study what?
Yes, sir.
It is
Con-
fluid. Convection will take place in fluids. Coming to the
Fluid.
radiation. So this is the common word which we used to heard from everywhere, even
Back.
our daily life. Keep the phone away from your head because of radiation. Cell phone towers radiation, like that. Every day we used to use this word. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is this radiation and how it will take place? That is all we will discuss in the today's class. So radiation means what it is? It is the third mode of heat transfer. What is that?
Third mode of heat transfer.
Mode of heat transfer. So, where it will take place, how it will take place, let us see. Okay, so let's start. So, as we know that,
Yes, sir.
for example, let us consider when we switch an electric bulb. Do you notice we switch an electric bulb and if we touch it, it becomes hot and gives out heat and light. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you may observe some kind of a bulb, if you on it and if you touch it after a few minutes, you will feel very hot. Or else, basically also, if you on the lights in our home, definitely our room temperature will increase a little bit. And also,
Yes, sir.
light energy. So, when we switch on any kind of electric bulb, it becomes hot and gives out heat and light. So now, if we keep our hands just very short distance below the glowing bulb, do you understand, Mari? So you have to suppose.
Yes, sir.
You want the bulb, if you understand. So if this is the bulb, not touch. If you touch, it will become conduction. So if you keep very
Conduction.
close to that, if you close to that, so there is no connection between them. Have you noticed it?
Yes, sir. Sir, the definition is the heat of light directly passes through the object without touching any object.
So observe here. So if I'll keep my hand little bit very close to this bulb, glowing bulb. So what will happen? So we can feel its heat on the hand. So after few minutes, if you are keeping continuously, definitely we'll feel some heat energy, some hotness on our palms. So means in the sense of what is the mean that the hot
Yeah.
bulb is transforming some of its heat to our hand, which is held below it. Is it yes or no? So the hotness
Yes,
is
sir.
just because of glowing bulb is transforming some amount of heat energy to our hands, because it will give what? Both hot and also it will heat and light. Correct or not? It will produce both
Yes,
heat
sir.
and light. So that transferring some of its heat to our hands, just which is held below it. So this hot electric bulb cannot transfer its heat to our hands by conduction because we are not touching it. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because air is, as also we know that air is a poor conductor of
Heat.
air is a poor conductor of heat. So
Heat.
even air is also cannot transfer. But the hot bulb also can transfer its heat to our hands by convection, because convection currents of air always carry heat in the upward direction. Have you noticed it? We have studied last.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Convection.
then it is radiation and convection to us, sir.
It is radiation as well as convection. Understand, Hari?
Yes, sir.
Our hands are held below the bulb. Do you understand? Actually, if it is transferring, Mari, I cannot say convection. You have to understand that is what I am saying. Convection will take place what? Hot air will go up and cold air will come down. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If I will keep the
Then the tungsten in it is the hot object, sir.
if I will keep the bulb above I will keep my hand above the bulb. If I will feel hot, by the time it is convection. Do you understanding? Because hot
Yes,
air will
sir.
go up and cold air will go down. Do you understanding, Hari?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are keeping the hands where? We are keeping the hands at
Below.
below. So means in the sense of heat is not transferring by the process of convection also. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
But still the heat is reaching to our hands. Means in the sense of without medium, Understand? So the hot electric bulb transfers its heat to our hand just below it by the process called as radiation. What we should call?
Radiation.
Radiation. So here you see conduction does not take place because I am not touching it. And as well as we know that air is a poor conductor of electricity. Suppose, poor conductor of air, heat. If suppose even heat is transforming through the air, but hot air will go up and cold air will come down. So that convection also not taking place. So, but still we are feeling some hotness. So that is only the process which is behind it is called as
Radiation.
do you understand, Ingra? Because convection
Yes,
current will go upwards, hot air will go upwards, and cold air will come downwards. So I cannot say even it is convection also. Do you understand, Hari?
Yes, sir.
So, but still the hot electric bulb transfers its heat to our hands, just which is held it by, understand, which is held below it by the process called as radiation. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So this is the mode of heat transfer which we used to call it as radiation. So what is radiation? You please observe here. If there is no air in the room, just imagine if there is no air in the room, the hot electric bulb can transfer heat to our hands. Still, that is because of by radiation process. So I can observe all the hot objects can transfer heat by which process, Ra? All the hot objects can transfer heat by
Convection.
yeah, no, all the hot objects will
Sir,
transfer
radiation, sir. Radiation.
Understand? So how it
Radiation.
is happening?
Yes, sir.
Just imagine. So every hot object emits invisible heat rays in all the directions. It emits the invisible heat rays in
All the directions.
directions. Do you understand it? Because if we take, for example, let me draw the diagram of bulb. If we draw the diagram of bulb, is it the bulb is giving the light in only one direction, in all the directions? Suppose if I on the bulb.
All the directions, sir.
Understand? So just imagine this is what my bulb. If I'll try to glow the bulb, understand? So this bulb will give you the light in all the directions. Is it yes or no? So it will
Yes, sir.
produce the light in all the directions. So you observe here what is happening. So it is coming in all the directions. That is why you can see it is transforming the by process called as radiation. So it is invisible. Even we cannot see that heat energies, heat rays. So this invisible heat rays, it will transfer in all the directions. So these heat rays will carry what? Heat energy. What they will carry?
Heat energy.
So when these heat rays falls on a cold object, or else like our hands which is placed below, this cold object receives what? That heat energy. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No, Hari. Kaushik. So if the heat energy will falls on a cold object, so the cold object receives that heat energy and it will become what? It will get heated. Correct?
Heated. Yes, sir.
So in this way, in the same process, the heat is transferred from hot object to cold object by means of heat rays. How it is transferred? Always an invisible
Heat rays.
Understand? An invisible hot object emits an
Color is white, sir.
yeah, invisible heat rays in all the directions. So in this way, the heat energy is transferred by what process? By heat rays. What is that?
Heat rays.
Heat rays.
Heat rays.
Yeah, emitted. What is the meaning of emitted? Gives out. Remember.
Emitted gives.
Yeah, gives out is called as emitted. So that is what? Heat rays. So these heat rays only will transfer from always from where to where? From hot object to
Cold object.
cold object, and cold object will become what? It is just getting heated. Do you understand it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Mari, Kaushik.
Yes, sir.
So, this mode of heat transfer, how it is transforming from hot body to cold body with the help of heat rays. With the help of heat rays.
Heat rays.
Is only we used to call it as, what is that? Radiation. So,
Radiation.
yeah. Is it any medium is present between the bulb and my hands? If air is present also, no.
No, sir.
Without the medium, if any material will transfers the heat rays from one body to another body, means hot body to cold body, then that is called as radiation. What we should call?
Radiation.
Best example, light rays is coming from the sun. You may notice it. Sun is located in the space where there is no atmosphere, correct or not? Vacuum, empty space. But still, the sunlight is reaching us and we are feeling warmer. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It's in the sense of transforming sunlight to the sun to the atmosphere is called as what? Example of radiation or not?
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Like if it touches an object directly, then the shadow will be visible.
Yes, that is. So, you may observe here, heat can be transferred from a hot body to a cold body by radiation, even there is no material between them. Correct or not? So, if
Yes, sir.
material, if you take a bulb, if you take a light is coming from the sun, no need of any material between them. If you take the sun, and I am here somewhere on the earth, this is the earth, and I am somewhere here. So here, if you will keep any medium, without medium means there is no solid, there is no liquid, and there is no gas. Do you understanding? No medium is present.
Sir.
No medium is present, but the sunlight will reach us to me, and I will feel hotness because of the sunlight is transforming what? Heat rays. What is that? Heat rays.
Heat rays.
This mode of heat transfer is only we used to known as radiation. Do you understanding, Hari, Mari, Kaushik?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any doubt? That is. Okay. So here, for transforming heat energy in the mode of radiation, no material medium means no solid, no liquid, and no gas between them is required. So heat can be transferred by radiation even through vacuum or even empty space. What is that? Vacuum or radiation? Heat
Empty space.
Heat can be transferred. It can be transferred without medium. Without medium means in the sense of vacuum. What is that? Vacuum.
Vacuum.
Empty space. Empty space. So that is only known as what? Is known as radiation. Do you understand?
Radiation.
Radiation.
Yes, sir.
Transforming from hot body to cold body in the form of heat rays. In the form of what?
Heat rays.
Without any material medium between them is called as radiation. Do you understand, Igra?
Yes, sir.
Please, all of you write the exam. Write definition. Radiation is the.
Sir, wait a minute, sir.
I will write. Radiation is the transfer of definition. Radiation is the transfer of radiation is the transfer of. Innappa Kaushik, are you writing? Radiation is the transfer of heat energy from a hot body to a cold body. Heat energy transfer of heat energy from a hot body to cold body. Hot body to cold body by means of heat rays. By which one, Ra? By means of
Heat rays.
By means of heat rays. Is there any medium present between them?
No, sir.
By means of heat rays, without any material medium. Without any material medium. Without any material medium. What is a material medium? Material medium means in the sense of what? Solid.
Solid, liquid. Vacuum, sir. Vacuum.
No solid, liquid, gas is present. Without already representing Mari, without any material medium means in the sense of it is vacuum only. Material medium between them. Understand, Hari? Material medium between them. This is what we should call as example. What I said here already I have taught you. Example what? Best example.
Example. Bulb.
Bulb not.
Bulb,
What
earth,
example I have told you? The best
earth, sir.
example is what? Radiation is the transfer of heat energy of the sun to the earth. Sun to the earth. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
The transfer of heat energy of the sun to the earth. That is the first example. The transfer of
The transfer.
heat energy from sun to the earth. That is the best example. Do you understand, Ra?
Yes, sir.
No. So that is what, when we come out of understanding, come out in the sunshine, we will feel hot because the sun, understanding the heat from the sun is being transferred to us, which make us feel hot. So because heat can transfer in the form of heat rays without any material medium. That is what we used to call it as the phenomena behind is what called as, what we should call it as,
Without any mediums.
what we should call radiation.
Radiation.
That is so.
Yes, sir.
Keep reading. How does heat from the sun reaches on the earth? How does heat from the sun? How does, that is what already I have explained, but we'll write the explanation.
Yes, sir.
How does heat from the sun reaches earth? Side heading it is. Do you understand that? Side heading.
Yes, sir.
Reaches earth. So how does heat from the sun reaches on the earth? Reaches on the earth. On the earth. Okay. Now, so let us take for that. I will show you some diagram so that you can draw in your notebook. Correct, Mari?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, or else you can draw. I can draw it, but it is I will show you because you can draw perfectly. So as we know that sun is bigger or earth is bigger? Who is bigger?
Sun is bigger, sir.
Sun is more bigger than the earth. Correct?
Yes, sir.
No. So let us
sir.
now. I will display some picture so you can understand easily. So let us observe this picture. All of you, you observe. Can you only see this, Mari? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Just observe. Can you only see this, Hari? So now here you may observe. Here we have a hot sun. Sun is hot, but Earth is present here, somewhere very far from that, even lakhs of kilometers. But we know that middle between the sun and the Earth, understanding atmosphere is only still here somewhere, but remaining space you can see vacuum or else empty space between the sun and the Earth. But still, we are sunlight is reaching to the Earth, and we people are feeling warm. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So here, how it is reaching, let us discuss. So the sun is very, 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 very far from the earth, and there is mainly empty space. Is it yes or no? So there is an empty space or vacuum between the sun and the earth. Is it yes or no? So most of the
Yes, sir.
kilometers, we don't have any kind of medium between the sun and the earth, only empty space. But even the heat from the sun reaches the earth. Understanding how heat from the sun cannot reach by the earth by the process of convection or convection. Both these processes requires a material medium. Is it yes or no? If you want to carry the
Yes, sir.
if you want to carry the convection, definitely we need medium. Is it yes or no? Like solid or
Yes,
liquid.
sir.
But if we take here, they cannot take place. They cannot take place at empty space. You may observe, without touching, convection won't take place. Without exchanging of particles, no convection will take place. Correct or not? But
Yes, sir.
the sun reaches on the earth not by the conduction and convection. It is transforming by the third mode of heat transfer known as
Radiation.
because sun is an extremely hot object, so the sun emits the heat radiations, or else we used to call it as heat rays. What we should call heat radiance
Heat rays.
are heat rays. So in all the directions, every direction the sun will produce the sunlight, heat rays. So these heat radiations travel through the vacuum between the sun and the earth at a very, very, very high speed. And you know that the speed is also, I will give you the value.
Fraction of second.
Yeah, they no fraction of second. 3 into 10 power 8 meters per 1 second of time. This much distance they will travel. Light rays. Do you understand, Mari Hari? This is the speed of light
Yes,
in
sir.
vacuum. Speed of light in vacuum. So if the light is traveling at the same speed, heat also will travel with the same speed because both are same rays. Correct or not? So speed of
Yes, sir.
heat rays, you can note it down. So speed of heat rays in understanding vacuum and as well as air, vacuum and air, understanding is same, both it is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So that much fastly it will come. Do you understand it? So that is why with or without medium it will reach us to our body. Understand, the sun's heat reaches the earth by the process of radiation. So this radiation, these heat rays are invisible to us. Invisible heat rays which will transfer heat by radiation is only we to called as infrared rays. What we should call?
Infrared rays.
Means these light rays are invisible for us. Correct or not? The heat rays are radiation.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So these invisible.
Sir, doubt, sir.
Yeah.
The speed of heat ray in vacuum dash, sir. What is that?
And air. Both it is same.
And air.
Both it is same. Okay.
Yes, sir.
These
Yes,
heat
sir.
rays which are invisible to us is only known as what? Infrared rays. What we should call? Infrared rays.
Infrared rays.
So please all of you note it down. Infrared rays. You can write first. Heat from the sun reaches on the earth. Heat from the sun reaches on the earth. Heat from the sun reaches on the earth by the process of what? By the process radiation. That is also what it is. Heat rays. What is that?
Heat rays.
Understand? So that is next. Infrared rays. Infrared rays. Right. Infrared rays. Right. The invisible heat rays.
Sir, wait, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
wait, sir.
Yes. The invisible heat rays which transfer heat by radiation, which transfer heat by radiation is known as what we should call the Hari?
Infrared rays.
Infrared rays. Do you understanding? Kaushik?
Yes, sir.
That is. Please write it. I will wait.
Yes, sir.
Okay, completed.
Yes, sir.
Now, let us discuss not only this sunlight, even our daily life. So many phases we have applications of this radiation where heat is transferred through the air, but there is no use of air. Without medium, it will transfer. For example, you see, in winter season, like Pongal and all, we people have a festival called as Bogi. Is it as no?
Yes, sir. Previous day of Pongal.
Yes, previous day of Pongal. So during that time, we will burn all the wastage which is present in our home. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You can see, suppose, for example, you see, in our daily life, we can observe everyday life, we can see so many situations where heat is transferred by radiation through a medium called as air. But air is a poor conductor of heat. Is it yes or no? So that
Yes,
is
sir.
heat is transferred by a radiation through air. Heat is transferred by radiation through air. For example,
Air.
first example, when we stand next to a burning fire, means in front of me a fire is burning, so we can feel heat of the fire. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No. The heat which is falling on our face or else on our body, that we will feel hot. Why? The heat is transferred from the fire to our face by the process of what? By the process of
By the radiation.
radiation. Understand, Hari?
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose you see, when we sit in front of a room heater, you can see, we get heat directly by the process of radiation. Will you accept it or not? I am not touching the
Yes, sir.
room heater. Just I am sitting close to it, so that will I feel it or not?
Yes, sir.
Which process?
Through radiation.
Like that. Suppose you see, your mother is just burning the hot milk. Now you can see a hot utensil or else hot milk which is kept away from the flame cools down by transforming heats by the process of what? By the process of
Radiation.
only. Because Atma, it will, with the surroundings, it will be cooled automatically without that, because heat energy will be transferred.
Without touching any objects.
That is called as radiation. Like same way,
Yes, sir.
depending on the temperatures of our surroundings, you can see our body, understanding, two gives heat to the surroundings or receives the heat from the surroundings. Like for example, winter season, if you are not wearing sweaters, we people will lose the heat energy. Is it yes or no? Because our
Yes, sir.
energy will be passing to it. So depend upon the surroundings temperature, our body either it will give to heat to the surroundings, or it will receive the heat from the surroundings by the process of what? By the process
of radiation.
Understanding radiations only. That is what we used to call as daily life applications of radiation in our understanding everybody's life. Is it okay?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now,
Yes,
this is
sir.
all about what is radiation. Now we should find absorbers of heat radiators. What we should call?
Absorbers.
Means who will absorb these radiations. That is what we will study now. So please, all of you, three of you can keep heading. Absorbers of heat radiation. Absorber means what, Hari? Absorbing. I am absorbing. Absorbers means what?
Observe the heat.
Means taking. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Absorbers of radiations, not heat radiations. I can keep directly radiation. Absorption of absorbers of
Radiation.
okay. Heat also you can write. No issues. Heat radiations. So now, shall we study? Activity also I will say.
Yes, sir.
Who is absorbing radiations? Can you able to say? Is it we are absorbing heat radiations or not? Definitely. Correct or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When we are playing at the sunny days.
Yes. Now, have you noticed it? Suppose you see Hari, Mari, you and Kaushik, anyhow, you three of you, you are in a fair color only. You people are not black, correct? You three of you are
Yes,
fair.
sir.
But you see, you may notice it. Suppose you and me, I am little bit black. You can see. If you go to the sunlight, who can absorb more heat energy? Is it a body color is matters or not? Can you able to say?
Yeah, yes, sir. If it is black color, the light will absorb the light.
Previous classes and all. As we know, black is the one. There is no reflection of light, complete absorption. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Same way, you can see absorption of heat radiations, absorbers of heat radiations. The amount of heat which can be absorbed by radiation depends on the color of the object. What is that? Color
of the object.
Most important one, understanding. So the most important one, you have to note it down. That is what? Absorption of light is depends on what?
Color.
The amount of heat which an object can be absorbed. Remember, write it. The amount of heat. The amount of heat. So color is also matter or not in our daily life?
Yes, sir.
Color is having importance or not? So all the bodies
Yes, sir.
have the same heat energy. That is what you should remember. The amount of heat energy as absorbed by bodies, absorbed by body by the process of radiation, by radiation is depends on color of the body.
Sir, one doubt, sir. Sir, our grandmas and all tell that if we stand in the sun, we will get darker, sir. Even we are in white color. Why, sir?
That is actually because of our skin cells are dead. Our skin cells will dead. So when we are growing up, our skin cells slowly will become dead. So they will become inactive. So that is why it is happening. Means melanin content will form. So that they will turn into black easily. Okay.
Okay,
No
sir.
resistance, Mari. No resistance. That is the reason. Okay. That is
Okay, sir.
so. The amount of heat which an object can absorb by radiation depends on what?
Depend on
the
the color of the body.
So you can see absorb the objects having dark colors. Remember, dark means what? Thick colors. Correct or not? Thick colors.
Yes, sir. Like
They absorb.
black.
Yes. They absorb more heat radiations than the objects having light colors. Do you understand it? The objects having light colors. We can do
light
that
color.
for today's class. I will say. So, the objects having dark colors absorb more heat radiations. Please note it down. Which colors, Ra? The objects having two kinds of objects here. What is that objects now?
Yes, sir.
What is that objects?
Dark.
Objects. Dark colored objects and
Light colored object.
Hari, are you there? Objects. Light color objects. Okay. Now, let us see. Write the statement. Right. The objects having dark colors, dark colors, dark color, absorb more heat radiations, than the object having light colors, light colors. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That is, please note it down. Than the objects having light colors. Now, we will describe an activity to show that objects having dark colors are better absorbers of heat than the objects having light colors on the same surfaces. Is it okay, Ra? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, in this activity, what we have to do means we will take two objects. One is a black painted tin can, understanding an example of dark colored object, and another one is white painted tin can. So totally we will take how many cans? 2 cans we will take it here.
2 cans.
One is what? One is dark painted, and another one is white color painted.
Light.
So 2 I can observe, and I will take it as a understanding my reference like for activity, and both I will keep it. I will fix the thermometers, like I will show you the picture, like exactly I will fix the thermometer and I will place it in the sunlight. Where I will place?
Heat temperature. It will tell the temperature.
Yes. I will place it at exactly you can observe in this picture. Can you able to see the picture? Just wait.
Yes, sir.
This picture came up.
Sir, can you please mark it down?
Yes, I will. Yes. Now you can see, even this also I will bring here. 1 minute. Is it okay, Mari? It's not coming.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are keeping that one in between the two pages, sir.
Yes, yes.
Take
Now
that to the
it
next.
will come. It will come. Now, why it is not coming? Shut. Okay. Here itself we can observe. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you can see here, or else I will move. Why it is happening like this? Okay, no issues. So in this picture, you observe, Hari, both of you. So I am taking two objects, activity to prove that dark objects can absorb more heat energy than the light color objects. Correct or not?
Light
This is
object.
what
Yes, sir.
activity we are going to do now. So observe very carefully here. For that, I am taking one black coated object with a dark color, black tin can, which containing water. Which containing what? Water, because we should
Water.
measure the temperature correct. Next, same way, the another white
sir.
coated can, white tin can, which is also containing water. So I have placed on sunlight on the two wooden blocks. You can see wooden blocks on the same level, same height, correct? So now here at the opening, I am having a rubber car. So to fix the thermometer, to fix the what? Thermometer. So now, if I'll place it for 1 hour or 2 hours in a sunlight, and if you'll come and observe, so you can see where the thermometer reading is more.
Thermometer reading is higher in the black color box.
Black color. So black tin absorbs more heat from the sun. So that is why the white tin absorbs less heat from the sun. So that is why you can see the temperature is much more here compared to here. Is it yes or no? Hari?
Yes, sir.
So from this we can say, we can conclude it, we can do this activity also in our home. So from this I can conclude what? That dark color objects can absorb more heat energy or more heat radiations than the light color objects.
Yes, sir.
Correct or not, Hari? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So from this I can write, black objects absorb more heat radiations than white objects.
Than white color.
That is what you should write it.
Yes,
A black color object, a black object absorb more heat radiations.
Yes, sir.
Radiations than white object. That's all. So this is what the activity. You people also, if you have thermometers, you can do it. Do you understand? Nothing. At the opening, we can keep a rubber car, we will fix it. So this rubber car, we having a setup of measuring the temperature. Is it okay? Thermometer will fix it. So we can do it, this activity. Okay, da? Understand, Ra?
Yes, sir.
So from this
Yes,
activity, you can conclude that. So you can see here, suppose any kind of black object if you will take, it is a good absorber of heat radiations, and means in the sense of a black object is a bad reflector of heat radiation. Correct or not? So that is what you should remember.
Yes,
so
sir.
the bad here itself picture you have to draw, and here itself you remember. It is a good absorber. Good absorber of heat radiation. Absorber means in the sense of bad reflector. Correct or not? Bad reflector means no heat energy will be sending back. Completely absorption. That's all. So if it comes,
Sir, I can't able to hear you.
next, coming to the white
Are you
color.
a resident? Can you able to hear this?
Mari, can you able to hear me? Hello. It is the bad
Yes, sir.
observer. Bad observers are